Alright, welcome back. Out here, went ahead and got some new tires put on the front. Got the motor soldered up. And I want to do some test hits with it to make sure it actually goes straight and the solder holds to the motor. So trying to come to a flat spot, but it's been challenging. As there's a lot of people. So it's not kicking out no more. Still seems like it's kicking a little bit to the right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank up the shock on the right. If I can get to it. It's pretty far up, so I'm going to crank it down. I really got to turn up my brake. Can't remember how I turned down the brake. It could be in the tuning. Alright, looking pretty straight. I don't have enough brake on it, so it's set up for a speed rip, so oh, I think that solder wire came off again. I think I'm gonna have to change this motor. That solder, something, it's just too hot. Yep. So the wires are getting too hot. These wires coming out of this, because I'm overpowering this RC, is literally getting too hot. Now that it's suspension's dialed in, I'm gonna go ahead and change this motor out. I think I'm gonna just throw in the 1717 and then go give this thing a rip. But this motor is definitely getting hot. So it's already at 150 and the wires are at 141. ESC's down to 106 because the fan is fixed. I went ahead and replaced that out. But even 105 on these wires, my battery lines, they seem warm. Yeah, 103. So these wires can't take that. They can't take that kind of heat. 138 just on these wires, and I can tell by touching them there's really high resistance probably in this motor now. Motor's at 150 and we've been sitting here cooling off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this motor replaced out. Soldering it's not gonna work, but like I said, I show you guys everything. There's no tricks here. Whether I fix it or it doesn't work, you got to see what's going on. So I'm going to throw a couple body clips in here because I'm going to have to carry this thing back. I am going to turn off my remote 5.6 on the battery voltage and get my booster unplugged. But yeah, there we go, guys. Let me know what you think. So it 100% was the shock causing it to kick out really bad. I did get the front tires replaced out, and I did get the motor soldered up, and it lasted a couple rips, but it's at that point where there's too much resistance in that motor. I've had it on a 6S motor on 8S way too long, so we're going to have to get that motor swapped out and put in something that this will handle. So probably the 1717 is gonna go in here. I mean, I could put a BLX 2050 kV, but that's still a 6S motor. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just throw the 1717 in here, and that should do good. So stay tuned for that. All right, back inside. Normally do some testing in front of my house. It just makes it easier. But I did pick up a heat sink that I'm going to throw on a motor. I'm wondering if I should just throw in another 1515, throw on a better heat sink and a better fan, and see if I can get those temperatures down. I don't think it's going to help. This motor is really hot. I just walked inside. Let me get our Sky RC out of here. So here are the fans that are breaking off these Mamba Monster X's. As you see, blades are missing on these things. I've been replacing these things out pretty often. They flex and then they break off the little blades. So they literally will crack off. This one had a crack, that one had a crack. I threw some glue on them, but it didn't save it, so it just jammed up in the motor. But Castle's really got to do something about this, because I've now changed 4 out of the 8 that I have. And I did notice spacing the cover up does get that away from the fan blade. So hopefully when it's spinning up, it doesn't flex and it doesn't hit it. I originally thought something was getting in there causing this to happen, but after running them on my road cars and seeing that it's really not debris getting in there causing it to break, that the clearance is just too tight on them. Castle's got to make some sort of change there. So we're going to pop this off. I'm going to take the motor completely off this time. Last time I just slid it out. Sensor wire. That is the sensor wire. And then A, B, and C. God, this thing is really hot. So, I mean, this motor temperature is really hot. A lot of people are asking me what gear I'm running. As you see, it's a hot racing gear. It is a 34, so I run 34. So it's no secret. This has got red Loctite in it. Not only has it got red Loctite in it, but it's also got it on the gear itself so it doesn't slip. So I put a lot of Loctite on them now so that they don't slip on me. So I do have another 1515 motor, and I've been thinking about maybe I throw this on, because I can still run it censored and drop it down to 6S. This is still another brand new one. As you see, they are the same motors. This one is very old now. Well, old for what I've been doing with it, but it's lived a hard life on 8S. Do have a BXL. Here's a 2050 kV. As you see, they're about the same, but what I like about the Castles is that they're censored. Alright, so here is the 1717 8S censored motor. Do have the heat sink on it, do have a game changer on it. You can see the size comparison. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the 1515 into my EXB and run that on 6S, and I'm going to put this one on 8S. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going with. So I've got to get these gears off and not get them mixed up, because this gear right here will be going in the EXB. And then this gear is going to go in here. And I might have to rotate this mount. All right. Little quick tip. If you're having trouble getting it past some of this stuff, best thing to do is loosen up the motor mount. And by doing that, that's going to allow us to move this up and slip it in. we are good. So now I got a big whopping 1717 in here, but no biggie. Wires are clear. Fan is clear. And then the top one is A. What is this? Now, this is going to be too tall because the body's not going to go on. I need it to sit sideways. So I am going to have to rotate the motor and rotate the wires. So that will be the next thing. I don't think that'll be getting hot anytime soon. So there you go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to get this situated to where I can get all this in here. And might just take the heatsink off. But I definitely got to rotate the motor. And get the fan sitting on the side over here. Now I do have to kick it up because of this bracket right here. I don't want to cut that stuff off because that's holding the side skirt on. So yep, gonna have to get this thing rotated. I'll get this Arrma flat part down, I think, and we'll go that route. But there you go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.